enjoying a stay in your bed, huh? Out of all the countless possibilities, out of all of these things you could have done, while there's a version of yourself in a different universe, grinding, working, and making himself the best potential, you're just watching 3 hours of TikTok. You're just rotting away those hours in bed. Always go like, no, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. No, you know what, I'm too weak. No, you know what, I don't have a good reason. Well, guess what? Let me give you a good reason. Your parents. While you are rotting in bed and wasting your potential and wasting your time away, your parents are breaking their backs every day. Every time they get back from work, they put their keys on the table, they sit down, and they put their arms both like this, and start to make a false reality, and saying to themselves, it's okay, yeah, it's okay. No, it's not. They're breaking their backs for a bum like you. They're breaking their backs for an ungrateful brat like you. While your mother is getting health complications on a dead-end job, you're just playing Overwatch. Think of how pathetic that is. Christ conceived you out of your mother to become the best version of yourself. Meanwhile, you fap 15 times a day in bed. You indulge in these sinful activities. You indulge in gluttony. You indulge in video games. You indulge in smoking, drinking, and fapping. You constantly ruin your life and then blame others on your problems. Because let me tell you a sorrowing reality, which unfortunately people only in their 30s or 40s learn about. And I'm so grateful that I've learned this, especially in my younger years. And that is the fact that nobody is here to save you. Your parents are not going to save you. Your relatives aren't going to save you. Nobody here is coming to save you. I am not about to allow you to put me on the leash and say, yeah, do videos, record YouTube. I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna do it for you. Yes, I'm willing to give you the blueprints. The people will give you guidance and blueprints. The Lord will give you blueprints and knowledge on how to do this. He will even give you strength to do it. This entire thing is up to your actions, whether you're gonna do it or not. Only you are able to save yourself. Because let me ask you this. Do you really want to work at a dead-end job? Do you want to work at, for example, construction, a back-breaking job? And by the way, I know you're gonna ask me like, bro, what authority does this guy have to talk about construction? That is because I worked in these types of jobs before in my life. I have experience, and I can tell you, these jobs aren't easy. These jobs genuinely aren't easy. They are back-breaking jobs. Yes, they are beneficial. Yes, they boost your testosterone. My question to you is, do you really want to do this for 40 years of your life? Do you really want to waste your potential away and waste your younger years so that you're forced into a dead-end job like construction, an office job, a street swiper? Do you really want to get these professions? And if you want to, if you have ambition for these things, go ahead. I'm not disallowing you to do so. But if you want to become something better, if you want to become the best version of yourself, then why aren't you doing any work for it? Why aren't you doing work for it? Wishing for things is not enough. You must do and put the work yourself. The benefits aren't gonna come here and be opened on a silver platter for you. And there's a very good reason why these things don't happen and they don't get put on the silver platter. That is because the moment when somebody gets it like that, the system becomes unfair. How? Because that would have meant that I would have had worked for that Lamborghini, but you would have gotten it on a silver platter. Some people would have to work for the fact to become a millionaire. You know, just get it on a silver platter. See how unfair that is? Imagine you work to get that million. Meanwhile, there's a lazy bum getting $1 million in just a few seconds. And the other reason why you're not being given these things on a silver platter is because you don't have a story to tell. The worst way how to become rich in this life is to not leave a story behind. Imagine becoming a grandfather, and the only thing you can say to your children is how you earn that money is that, oh yeah, there was a button in front of me and I just pressed it, boom, I'm a millionaire. That is, I can genuinely tell you, that is a boring story that you will not receive respect from. That is a story which you won't receive respect from anyone. The only reason why people indulge in these stories, like for example, Mark Zuckerberg's life story, Bill Gates' life story, or all of these historical figure stories, the reason why people are so indulged into them is because they had to went through struggle, they had to went through failure, they had to went through the trenches to obtain them, and that's why people are indulged into their stories. That is because the hard part will always be the entertaining one. And to those, by the way, who are in the struggle and who are in the trenches right now and who are genuinely losing hope, let me tell you that this is your best part of the story. This is the part of the story which people will be locked in on. This is the part of the story where people will be indulged on, and they will want to hear more. It's like an anime story, all right? It's like an anime story. It's like it's like a good story where people will later on ask in their minds, what is gonna happen next? Did he got the money? Did he didn't? What happened next? Oh. And this is the benefit from the struggle. You will have something to tell in the future. And I know I got a little bit off subject here, but you get the point. Nobody here is coming to save you. So what I want you to do now is I want you to turn off your device, get out of bed, and finally start doing something in your life. Not just rotting away, watching OnlyFans, wasting your life force away. And by the way, I'm not telling you to be perfect, all right? There are also some certain scenarios where I also trip, where I also stumble, where I also sin. We're all sinners, but there's a difference between tripping and getting back up versus tripping and then start indulging into that. That is a very huge difference between these both things. It's genuinely up to you. Whereas in the Bible, it's specifically written, the hand of the diligent will rule, but the hand of the lazy will be put to forced labor. And the last thing which I want to mention is that, yes, this will be hard. I can already tell you, this journey will be like hell to you. It will be difficult. It will be hard. You will fail. You will make mistakes. Even sometimes types of mistakes which only takes common sense to avoid. But they will also happen. But these things strengthen you. And I know you're going to ask, how? It's because they give you advice and they give you knowledge on how to not do it anymore, on how to avoid certain things. They make like a sort of shield out of it. But throughout this entire hard struggle, there is only one person who will make it easier for you. There's only one person who will come to you. There's only one person in this world who will push you towards success and will help you. And that is Jesus. You need to also surrender to Christ. And I know you're going to ask me like, oh, bro, why again he's talking about faith? Bro, the reason why you're living an empty and miserable existence is because you don't have Christ in your life. I was feeling miserable and empty in my life. I had no meaning in life. I felt like I had no purpose in life. But when I surrendered to Christ, that all changed. You'll feel alive again. Because the only person who can give you true love and true hope is Christ. Nobody else. And so I hope you have learned something from this video today. And also, let me tell you the fact that things like these genuinely become easier with a community. So if you want a brotherhood and a community that is willing to push you out of that bed rotting phase and force you to work, force you towards success, and that will give you good reasons why you should continue fighting. And also community where I can give you personalized one-to-one mentorship completely for free and anything you need. Faith, business, fitness, anything you need, I'm willing to give you mentorship on it. But besides the point, thank you all for watching this video. You can also like and subscribe to support this ministry, for these are the things that genuinely help me out to push this truth towards the algorithm. You can also comment down below your opinions, whether you support my message or not, whether you want to add your own message to this thing. You can do that. Besides the point, thank you all for watching, and I see you guys in our crusade and tomorrow. Jesus loves you.